Hey everybody, how's it going out there? Carrie Adam here. Welcome to day one of the Get Fit, Lean, and Learn to Run Strong coaching program here with me and Running Moms. If we haven't met yet, I'm Carrie. I'm a physiotherapist. I'm the founder of this community and my signature program, online training academy for moms who want to learn to run strong, up-level their health, their body composition, and their running performance. And this week, I have got this free challenge for you guys. Actually, it's not a challenge, a free coaching program for you guys. I want you to become fit, lean, and strong runners who are balancing training, careers, life with all the chaos of motherhood. And I know that time is the number one challenge for you. And so this week we're going to talk about all the other things, because training isn't just about the long run, right? Like today we're going to talk about physical training, and throughout the week we're going to talk about the other aspects that matter that have nothing to do with how much time you have or you don't have. And yet we tend to focus on the exercise and the workouts that we can do. When we can't fit those long workouts in, we tend to get we lose our motivation and feel challenged, and then maybe we don't train, and then we quit everything, right? We're not running, so then we're not eating well, we're not sleeping well, or hard on ourselves, and we quit. So this week I want you guys to think holistically about your running, not just about running long, okay? I've had hundreds of busy women just like you go through this program over the last years. Every time I update it, make it a little bit better based on the feedback that I get. People love that I talk about more than just running, because if you just want to run, there's tons of free programs out there, there's tons of free downloads out there, but 80% of runners get injured, and that's why I created this. As a physiotherapist, I got sick of fixing people. I wanted to keep you guys healthy, keep you guys running for a lifetime. I didn't want to see you in my clinic. And the other thing is, I know that a lot of runners are struggling with nutrition. We're struggling with sugar cravings, we're struggling with weight gain, we're struggling with energy crashes, we're struggling holding on to weight, or we're stuck in fitness plateaus and we don't know why. And that's really holding back your progress. It's holding back your health, because I know a lot of runners will think I'm running so I can eat whatever, and I want to talk about nutrition this week. I want to talk about recovery, I want to talk about gut health, and I want to talk about high performance habits for success, because you as a mom who runs are a very unique type of woman, and you are a high performer, and so we need to start to think and behave and act like high performers if we want to keep all of that up in good balance. And I know that you can do it. I do it, the ladies in the academy do it. We're no different than you. We just maybe have this knowledge, have had this training, have started to think like high performers, think like athletes, and train like athletes, even though we're busy moms at home doing a lot of laundry, a lot of dishes, a lot of cooking, a lot of cleaning, but we still keep going. So I'm here. I'm going to be on live every day for you guys. If you've signed up for the challenge and you're getting the emails, I'm going to send this to you in email as well, as well as a guide. I've got a day one guide every day. I'm going to have a guide for you, so you have some notes and you can take some notes and you can like remember the stuff and then implement the stuff, because that's the point. This week is the coaching, then you go off and you implement and you crush your training, your body, your health, whatever that is. And I want you guys to know that this week and all of my trainings, I teach you based on science. The science of a physical training, of exercise, of physiology, how the body actually works, how it actually builds muscle, how it actually gets stronger, how it actually burns fat. We're going to talk about the science of nutrition, the science of mindfulness, and the science of high performance and habit change. That's really important stuff. It's not just about the running, okay? Hey, Lisa, if you guys are there, I'd love to hear from you. Say hello, ask me anything. I'm here for you guys, okay? This week is all about getting you what you need so that you can get over that hump of I don't have time, even though I know you're very busy, okay? So let's dive in. Day one, we are talking physical training. Now, what most people do when they want to run, especially the beginners, is you go into a forum, you go online, you type in I want to run a 5K, and you get a free Couch to 5K app, which is great. It does really good for a lot of people. but 80% of runners get injured. A lot of people are downloading those programs and simply, what do they tell you to do? Run and run and run. They tell you to ramp up your distance by 10% every week. I find as a physio, like I know everyone starts at a different point. If you haven't been exercising for a long time, if you've struggled with injuries in the past, if you don't have a base of fitness at all right now, that's fine, but that Couch to 5K might progress you too quickly. Progressing too quickly is the number one way that you're going to get injured. So I don't love the Couch to 5K app. The other reason people begin to run often is because they want to lose some weight, right? Like it's the easiest exercise you can do after babies because you don't need a gym, you don't need any special equipment, you need a jogging stroller. A lot of people will have that, or you can hop out when someone else is watching your baby. Like it's just a really easy and simple exercise to get you outside after baby. It's like the number one go-to exercise. It's amazing for your mind, it's amazing for your energy, it's amazing for your spirit. But if you do too much too quick on a body that's not strong enough yet, you're gonna get injured and then you can't do it. Okay, so I train runners to get strong before they ramp up mileage, okay? Get strong before you run long. I really like to push runners and challenge them to build a strong base of fitness, because when you have a strong base of fitness, you can push your distances. You're gonna stay injury free. You're gonna build lean muscle. That's gonna burn more calories, which is gonna help you burn more fat and lose the weight that you want. When if you're simply running and running and running and running all the time, you end up, I mean, it helps at first to lose some weight, but you're also going to be losing some muscle in that running if you're not pushing yourself to build lean muscle. If you're not pushing at that intensity, doing the right workouts, then you tend to lose muscle. And yes, you're going to be more hungry when you run, but you're not going to have that muscle to burn the food that you're taking in between the runs. So you end up eating more, you have slower metabolism without that lean muscle, and then that's how runners gain weight as they ramp up distance without having that base of strength, that base of lean muscle. So, so what I do, how I train my runners is to focus on strength. Build strength first. Think of your running outside of just a hobby, you know, like yes, you run because it gives you sanity and mindfulness, but you want to run for the long term. Like you want to still feel your best. You want to still crush your races. You want to still stay injury free. So to do that, you've got to train like an athlete, okay? You got to do some of these other components of training. And for beginners, I'm going to talk about for beginners first. If you're a beginner out there, you've just had a baby, I recommend women after babies wait up to 6 months before they begin running. So what you're going to do in that time, when you've been given the green light from your doctor to exercise again, you're going to start to work on core. You're going to start to work on building a base of strength, okay? And then you're going to ramp up your distance when you're ready, okay? So let's talk about beginners. What does your physical training need to be focused on if you're a beginner out there? You're a new mom out there. You want to get started. You've been given the green light to exercise. You're good. The first thing you want to know, I'm just going to pull this up on my screen here, is you want to know the signs and symptoms. Well, actually, I'll talk about that in a moment. Let's focus on what does your training look like when you're a brand new runner, you're a beginner, you don't have a base of fitness, or you've just had a baby and you need to get your fitness back. Number one, core training. You need to be core training. After babies, you grow, things shift and change. If you haven't been exercising for a long time, you've probably been sitting at a desk. We tend to have very sedentary lives these days. You're sitting at a desk, and we need to reconnect to that core. Even if you had your baby 6 years ago or 16 years ago, if you haven't done the core work to reconnect, you're going to get injured. You're not going to run at the capacity that you can, but you got to start with that core, okay? Number two piece that you want to work on is strength. You want to be building runner strength in your legs, in your ankles, in your shoulders, in your arms, because running is a full body sport, right? You got to pump your arms. You want to build strength because then you can, the point of building strength is to build lean muscle if you want to lose weight. It's to support your joints. It's to reduce your risk of injury, because you need to be able to hold your body up tall and strong and in good alignment while you're running and while you're ramping up distances. Otherwise, things start to fall as they get tired when those muscles aren't strong enough. And that's when things start to go out of alignment. That's where knees start to buckle in and feet start to flatten out. And that's how you get injured when you're running too much, when your body isn't strong, okay? So that's why you want to be doing strength work. Core work you want to be doing because it's the base of everything. You have to be able to connect to that core. It's what's connected to your pelvic floor, which allows your pelvic floor to function properly as well. Your core's job is not to get a six-pack. Your core's job is to hold you straight so that you can run fast. You can pump your arms fast. You need a strong core. It's the power base center of all of your running, of your whole life actually. Picking up your kids, carrying the heavy groceries, everything comes from a strong core. When you have a strong core, you can push your workouts harder, you can push your speed work harder, you can push your distances harder. You're going to be able to, and when you push things harder, that's where you're going to build the lean muscle and burn more calories, and it all begins from your core. Beginners also, number 3, need to be working on consistency, right? 3 to 5 workouts a week. You don't have to go hard every day. You have to listen to your body and take rest days as you need, but you got to be consistent. Sort of week over week, month over month, year over year, okay? So consistency. If you miss a workout, who cares? It's not about perfection, it's about consistency. I was listening to a podcast yesterday and he was talking about how he hasn't taken a day off, well, not a day off, he hasn't taken like more than a week or 2 off of his training for like 15 years. And I'm the same. I never take a week off of training. Like there's no way I will not move my body. So you have to understand that that's my body, my health has been built because of consistency over time, a very long time. So as you're getting started, don't get down if you're not getting the results you want after a week or 2 weeks or a month or 3 months, because you can't compare your beginning to someone like me or somebody else who's been at this for 10, 12, 15 years. But you can get there, and it begins with consistency. Number 4 thing that you need to know as a beginner runner is you've got to focus on your form. In RunningMoms Wellness Training Academy, there's a webinar section on running with good form. I take you head to toe, because if your knees are buckling in, if your posture's down, if your hips are out of alignment when you're running, if your knees are landing funny, you're going to get injured. So form is very important. It's a very important part of the academy that I teach you guys. It's all about quality training, not quantity of training, okay? And then the number 5 tip for beginners getting started on the physical training aspect is you've got to love the workouts, okay? You've got to love it. You've got to look forward to it. You've got to tell yourself, yes, I get to run today, and think of the energy that exercise, that training session is going to bring back to your life, and that's going to help you maintain that consistency. If you're thinking, oh, I've got to work out, and oh, I don't want to do it, like, you're not going to do it, and you're not going to stick to it, and you're not going to get the results that you want. So learn to love, even work at loving it, you know, like, tell yourself, set intentions every day to love your workouts, okay? That's going to help you, beginners, as you focus on your strength, as you focus on your form, as you can focus on your core, as you focus on your consistency, all right? So experienced runners, what are the key parts of running fit, strong, fast, and burning fat as a more experienced runner? Again, a lot of runners are downloading those half marathon, marathon training programs and running and running and running and running and running. Again, you're going to get there. Are you going to get there as fit, fast, and strong as you could if you're incorporating some of the other physical components of training? No. For me, again, I want you guys strong, and I'm just going to say that I don't want injuries. 80% of runners get injured because they're just running, and I get that. But again, I want you guys training and thinking like athletes. So what are the core components of a more experienced, advanced run training program? Number 1, strength. You want to be doing strength work. Again, strength work is going to help you build lean muscle because you're going to be pushing your body into a zone that's going to break your muscles down. Tomorrow we're going to talk nutrition. You're going to learn to fuel those muscles back up and build them. What time is it? I gotta get my kids soon. You want to get strong in all the right places so that you support your joints as you build your distance. You support good form, good alignment. That all happens when you get strong. If you don't have the muscles to support that, you're going to end up with the hip bursitis and the knee, the ITB issues, the lateral knee pains, the plantar fasciitis, the shin splints. All of that stuff comes because we're not strong enough. We're not running with good form, and then things are out of alignment. And when you're out of alignment, you're running and running and running, things are rubbing and rubbing and rubbing, and you get injured, so you get strong. The other thing with getting strong is that, like I said, it helps you build lean muscle, which is going to help you burn more fat and burn more calories between your workouts. I've got a whole list of things about strength. You're going to run faster, you're going to run stronger, you're going to burn fat, you're going to improve your fitness, and it keeps your training interesting. I get really bored if I'm just running steady state slow paces all the time. That depletes my energy. When I throw in a strength training session, it doesn't take very much time, you guys. Strength training sessions are 30 minutes or less. I focus on high intensity interval training with my runners and for my personal self. Those take less than 30 minutes, so you don't need much time. And you get really, really fast gains, okay? You decrease your risk of injury. All great reasons to do strength training. More advanced runners also need to be doing core work. Core work never ends, you guys. We have to be strong in our core. Like I said, if you want to get a six-pack, if you want to get your abs back, if you want to lose some of that belly fat, you have to be doing the core work, because the core work is what supports your low back, it supports your pelvic floor, and it allows you to push your strength workouts. When you have a strong core, you can dig deeper, you can push your speed workouts harder and faster without getting injured. Your core is at the core of everything about you. For me, I do core work every week. I don't do crunches, push-ups, sit-ups because of postpartum issues, discus recti. I have a whole webinar on that. We're going to talk a little bit about that in just a moment. But I do really functional core work, very mindful core work. The runners know in my academy know that we do core work every week, and I push you guys. If I don't do my core work, my pelvic floor is the first thing to go when I get tired, when I'm out there running or pushing my speed workouts. I can feel my pelvic floor start to give way if I don't do my core work. So core work is key. We're going to talk about signs and symptoms of pelvic floor dysfunction as a running mom in just a moment. What else? Advanced runners need to be doing speed work. If you want to get faster, you got to train faster. Speed work, speed burst intervals, anywhere from Tabata sessions of 20-second speed works to up to 10 minutes of like fartlek style workouts, right? Where you're pushing out of your comfort zone, you're sustaining that for like a 10-minute period as you're building distance. I love Tabata workouts. I love hill sessions. Hill workouts are some of the best strength workouts, most runner-specific core workouts you can get. These, in all of my training programs in the RunningMoms Wellness Training Academy, they have built-in strength, core, and speed sessions into each program. I also have a 90-day strength program that is just strength, speed, and core workouts, and it is amazing if you just want to take a break off of building distance and just focus on building lean muscle, getting fit, fast, and strong. Speed work is killer for helping you burn fat. When you're pushing hard and then pulling back for a rest, your body is going into a state called oxygen debt. And when it's in that oxygen debt, to repay that, it's got to find some stores to repay that debt. It digs into your fat stores and you end up burning more fat. The other thing about doing, if body change, if weight is your goal, running and running and running at a steady pace is going to burn more calories, yes, while you're running, but not in between. Strength work is going to be a shorter period of time where you're pushing hard and burning calories, but you're going to keep that calorie burn revved up for up to 48 hours between your sessions, okay? So not only are you burning more calories during your workouts, you're burning more calories after and in between your sessions. Again, for up to 48 hours, your metabolism is revved, right? Like you're going to be hungry between those sessions. And that's another reason why if you want to run for weight loss, if you want to run to build lean muscle, you got to be doing the strength and the speed workouts and the core workouts, because they're kind of the base for you to push those other workouts. That's really important. And again, if you're running and running and running and gaining weight, that's one of the reasons why, again, I said this at the beginning, but I'll say it again, you're actually burning through your lean muscle and you're lowering your metabolism, and you're not burning more muscle, you're not burning more calories in between your running sessions, even though you feel hungrier, right? Okay, enough about that. So those are the components of the physical training aspects of a really high quality run training program. When you want to up level your running, not even up level, if you just want to stay injury free and run strong, feel amazing in your body and keep it interesting, when you're also throwing in the strength workouts, the speed workouts are super fun. They're by far my favorite. 30 minutes of exercise and I'm done and I feel amazing. That's how you're gonna get really fit, lean, and strong, okay? Next, this is good stuff. So I talked about benefits of strength training, talked about benefits of core training. If anyone has questions, let me know out there. 3 signs that you should pull back on your running and see a pelvic floor physiotherapist. So I want to talk about this because we're all running moms here. We've had babies, maybe we've had C-sections, maybe we've had natural births, maybe we've had traumatic natural births, maybe we've had multiple births. We need to be aware of the signs and symptoms that our pelvic floor, our core, is not managing, handling the distance and the push that we're doing, okay? As we grow those babies, right, those tissues separate. I'm not going to get into the SS recti. You can look it up. You can ask me more questions. I can send you some links. But you know, if your core is made up of 4, this is a whole separate lecture, but your core is made up of 4 pieces, and if that core is not strong, if your abs have been split apart, your pelvic floor is not functioning properly. The more push-ups, the more crunches, the more planks, the more intense running you do, the worse things are going to get. So that's why I focus on strength first, why I focus on core first and always, to keep your core and pelvic floor and low back functioning in a way that's going to support your running, support your distance building, support your athleticism. So signs and symptoms of dysfunction that you need to know about as a running mom. Nobody is talking about this. Other groups are telling you to just run through it, just double up on the pad that you're wearing, just let it go. Like, no, we need to see a pelvic health physiotherapist, or talk to me, message me. I'm here for you. I can help I can't assess and manage you, but I sure can talk to you about what's going on and then tell you the right person to see. Low back pain, unexplained. Pelvic pain, okay? Hip or knee pain, for like an unexplained reason, you're not sure why. Could often our knee pain or hip pain is caused because we have such weak cores. And again, remember that strong core, that strength allows you to run with good form. When you're not running with good form, that pelvic floor, some of my physio kicks in, you guys, that weak core is not holding you, and so things are rubbing. So that knee pain is manifesting. The root cause of that is your core. I can almost guarantee it's almost always your core and your glutes, and yeah, it's almost always your core and your glutes. Leaking during your workouts. You know, you pee your pants when you're running. My story, how this all started, I'm a physiotherapist. I never heard of peeing your pants after kids. I didn't really know much about the pelvic floor. I had a baby, we were doing sprint work. I just completely peed my pants, and everyone, like, we all just laughed and said, oh yeah, it's just a normal part of running, haha. And I was like, this can't possibly be a normal part of running. Like, I felt it just like neurologically just give way. Like, I couldn't stop it. It was bizarre. And so I did a ton of research, and it's not normal, and that's where the core work comes from, you guys, okay? That's why I give you core workouts, so that we can help to correct some of these problems. You have the urge to pee a lot, but not a lot actually comes. A heaviness or a bulge in your vaginal area with the workouts, with jumping, with running, that's a pelvic prolapse, and that needs to be assessed and managed by a pelvic health physiotherapist. Continuing to run means that your body's internal organs are falling out. You don't want that, okay? You need to get that dealt with. Outie belly button, where there wasn't one before, especially when it's getting worse. A bulge down your midline when you attempt a crunch, when you attempt a plank, when you attempt a push-up. There'll be like a alien-like bulge from, like, right down your midline. I used to have that. I was watching it grow. I was going to boot camps. I was doing as many crunches. I was tough. I was strong. I was fit my whole life, fit through my pregnancies. I had a massive discus recti. That thing kept splitting open. Again, when your core is splitting open, your pelvic floor has nowhere to attach to, and so it gets weak, and you pee your pants when you run. It's all connected, okay? And then you get a knee injury, which is all what happened to me, which is all why I teach you guys now to avoid this stuff, to know the red flags. So those are reasons to go see a pelvic health physiotherapist, or message me. See if my program is right for you. See if my coaching program is going to help you with some of those issues. And often it does when you learn to take control and do the right strength and core workouts. Pull back on the distance for a little bit. You're still a runner when you're running intervals and you're running 5 and 10K, but we got to deal with some of this stuff because sometimes I want you guys running for the long term, not just for right now. We need to deal with that, okay? Health first. So what should you do when you feel pain or discomfort anywhere as a result of your training program? You guys, I see this everywhere in all these crazy Facebook running community groups. People are just running through pain, ignoring it, hoping it goes away. A solid training program, you guys, physical training means when you feel something off, you deal with it. You take care of it. You stop running. You look at your training program. Am I doing my strength work? Am I doing my core work? How is my form looking? Am I resting enough? Am I eating enough? Is my like, you got to dial in your nutrition, because when you have pain, that's a sign of inflammation. Something is rubbing, something is unhappy. The more you push through that, the worse it's going to get and the longer it's going to take to heal, okay? See a physiotherapist, see a doctor, see your chiropractor, see your athletic therapist, see somebody. In the Running Moms Wellness Training Academy, they talk to me, and you ladies know I pull you back at the first sign. I tell you guys, we talk about anti-inflammatory foods. I make you guys sleep more, make you guys manage your stress. I have a look at your training. Are you doing your core? Are you doing your strength? Are you ramping up too fast? Are you on the wrong training program? If you're running, if you've arbitrarily chosen a program, I'm going to run a half marathon, but you're not yet able to run a fast, strong 10K, you don't have that base of fitness, your body is not holding you, you're going to get injured. And of course you can run through it to finish, but then what? You end up with 6 to 8 months spent in physio, and you guys can come see me as a physio. I'll work with you. I'm going to charge you $150 a session. Like, it's so much better to train strong so you don't get injured, okay? It's so funny, like, I know it's just running, but running is life for us as running moms. It is our energy, it is our source of sanity and freedom, and it's the space where we really feel most like ourselves. And I've been injured. I was injured because I did all the wrong things, and I know better. But I needed to run. I was skipping the core, skipping the strength, running too much, not sleeping, not eating properly, just totally ignoring my body. And I ended up with a massive knee injury, which was good because it taught me how to reconnect to my core, taught me about nutrition, taught me about sleep, stress, all these other aspects of training that often we're not thinking about, okay? The Running Moms Wellness Training Academy helps you think about all of that stuff. It's not just about running. It's about treating you. It's about helping you to see running as a really holistic, healthy practice in your life that you want to be doing for the long term, not just for the 5K or the 10K or the half marathon you've signed up for and you just want to push your way and drag your way over the finish line. It's about creating healthy, sustainable, high performance habits so you can run forever, because we love running, right? You guys, I want you feeling your best. I want you engaging in the sport that you love. I want you being a good role model for your children, because they're watching us. They're watching us get up and train. They're watching us fuel our bodies. They're watching everything we do, and we don't want to get injured, okay? Great, so that's it for day one, you guys. I hope that was helpful. Please, I'm here for you. Ask me questions. If you're catching the replay, say hello. Message me if you need. Email me. I'm at carrie@runningmoms.com. Check your emails from me. I'm going to be sending you this so that you can watch it again if you need. I'm going to be sending you a little guide that you can fill out so that you can take notes on this stuff. And then tomorrow, you're going to learn about food as fuel. We're talking nutrition. You're going to learn exactly how to boost your metabolism, curb your sugar cravings, set your body up to burn fat instead of craving and burning sugar all day. I'm going to teach you how to feel full so you're not a hungry runner grabbing a bite of every donut, every cookie, every cracker, every piece of bread all around you, because I've been there and I used to do that and I don't anymore. So that you have more energy to run faster and train stronger, get stronger without dieting, injuries, or counting calories. Okay, so that's gonna be day two. again, ask me questions, you guys. I am here. I am kind of all over the place. I got a lot of energy, got a lot of passion to help women run strong, because I believe that when women take care of themselves, when they learn to prioritize their own health through exercise, nutrition, recovery, mindfulness, and high performance habits, that you become the healthiest, happiest version of you. And the world needs healthy, happy moms, because healthy, happy moms have the energy and capacity to raise healthy, happy children. And that's the whole point of this, you guys. And I also know that nobody is looking out for your health. No one is asking you how you're doing, or are you doing your exercise? Are you checking in on your nutrition? Are you eating your veggies? And that's what I do. That's my job. I care about each and every single one of you. The runners in my academy, I give them all of me, and I am there in their voice. I'm that voice in their head every day. Should I eat this? Do I really want this? What would Carrie say? Should I do my workout? What would Carrie say? I am your running coach, your health coach, your support coach, your accountability partner, okay? So I will see you tomorrow for another lesson on food as fuel. No dieting, no counting calories, and no long list of food restrictions, okay? I'll see you tomorrow. Have an awesome afternoon.